All right. It says we're live. So, welcome from the crossroads of America. Talk show about guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. If you got a question, put it in the start again. Put it in the chat or email me at rickslife as I see it at gmail.com or spottedrick at gmail.com. I got a Patreon page, PayPal, and all that other stuff in the info section below. So there we go. All right. I mean, for some unknown reason, I was asked or I was told by the panelists that I should introduce them first before I go to who's in the chat. The reason I do that is not disrespect, is I'm hoping for more panelists to show up before I introduce. But we'll do it their way. So, my first panelist is New York Outcast. How you doing?
Oh, thanks for having me, Rick. Been better. Been better. Get this prick squib acting like a dope dealer, sending this primo coffee over to my place. Got my lady hooked. Think she might leave me to go for squib now. This is some bullshit. So sorry, but it's don't mean to start it off this way, but be
He does
careful.
bring expensive coffee, doesn't he?
Oh yeah. And then he wants to throw it in your face, and now I got to hear about Squib's coffee every damn morning. Like this isn't cool, man.
Then my other panelist at the moment is Squibload. How you doing, Squib?
So this might turn a new page in the chapter in New York Outcast life. He might actually start putting things on his credit card. You just don't know. You don't know what a good cup of coffee will do to you. Now, I will say this though, Rick. All right, so at the beginning of every show, you're always like, "There's nobody out there." Oh, now they're trickling in and stuff. If you introduce the audience or the panelists first, you give more time for the audience. There's a lag. See, there it is. There's some good coffee right there. There's a lag. So if you use the panelists to buy more time for the audience to trickle in, then you'll have more people to give a shout out to that are deciding to tune into the show. The other thing too is everybody in the audience does have the same opportunity to jump on here and make asses of themselves like we do. So because we do this, we go out of our way to do this with you here. We should get announced first. So it's a win-win for everybody, really.
You got a good point. But by the way, I was just wondering, didn't you have trouble with that brand of coffee? Didn't you get some stale one time? That isn't what you sent him, was it?
No, I sent him our favorite. Our two favorite from them are Ariosa and Mexicali. We've tried out some of the other roasts and just not really thought that they were that great. They didn't just stand out like those two. And the Ariosa is their signature roast. This has been around since the 19th century, and they still try to make it the same way and stuff. It's a cowboy coffee, right?
Yeah.
The Mexicali is it's a little bit more chocolatey, so it's pretty good too. The other stuff isn't bad. Neither one of us have really had much of a palate for it, or we didn't think it tasted any better than regular coffee. But I did try to get organic Ariosa. It's made with different beans, and they have had trouble sourcing beans from South America like other roasters have. And I was not impressed by it at all. As a matter of fact, most of the organic coffees I've reviewed from other companies, I haven't really liked too much in some of the coffee review videos. They have other roasts, and I'll eventually probably do some more reviews, like maybe their Cantina blend or Campano or something like that. I did recently shoot a tea video from Arbuckles, so eventually I'll publish that. But it's good coffee, but unfortunately, you've got to have it shipped in. And I had more issues with their customer service with regard to their shipping policies over the past 2 years, but they seem to have corrected that too.
Oh, okay.
I think it's pretty good. It grows on you. First time trying it, I was like, this doesn't taste much different. But I don't know, the aftertaste, the follow up, it's better. It's definitely different.
It's a smoother coffee. It's smoother.
It beats Folgers, I'll be honest. So at first I didn't think so, but it does beat Folgers.
At about $20 a bag, and the fact that you have to have it shipped in, that's kind of, if you're used to Folgers and Maxwell House, especially like if you buy at the warehouse clubs and stuff like that, where you can get the savings by buying in bulk, you might be there going, I'm not spending $20 for a 1 pound bag of coffee, because a pound of coffee can go pretty fast. But it's pretty good. I mean, if you just treated yourself to it every now and then, that would be something. But if you drink it on a regular basis, suddenly Folgers and Maxwell House just don't taste so good.
You're the kind of person that keeps places like Starbucks in business.
I typically don't have Starbucks unless I'm on vacation. That's about the only time. But my wife will go to Starbucks a couple times a month. Yeah, go through the drive-through or whatnot. But it is pretty expensive coffee for what it is.
Starbucks isn't any good, in my opinion. They got a few good ones in there. You throw enough junk in that if you speak that language. But
I mean, I don't like Starbucks or any of those.
Yeah, it's too damn bitter. A lot of it.
I mean, when I go into them, all I want is a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That's all I want. I don't need no fancy bullshit. Just give me a goddamn cup of coffee.
I usually go for a tall blonde, and usually it's a freaking blonde, but that's the language I go for. It's a lighter blend. It's not so bitter. And it's similar to a regular coffee. That's what I was told by somebody there. So, but yeah, regular cup of coffee or whatever. But I think this is way different than something like Starbucks. I don't know. Not saying it's like the best thing out there. Like I said, at first I was like, he's getting ripped off. Like, what an idiot. And then it grew on me. And now I'm kind of pissed because, this is bullshit, man. Every morning my lady shouldn't be thinking of you because of your damn coffee.
That's his charm for you. Anyway, let me introduce the people in the chat. First name was Kingpin, then Shady Hill Homestead, 2 Live Moo, Kevin in New York, then Ozzy. Tactical Fud's here. So is Rich White. Defense Dad, Grim 90, Gizzard Gary's even here. So, wow, everybody's coming in. So, there we go. All right, on to my topic, if anybody read it. Whatever happened to the Gap 40 or 45? I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, I never shot one, but at one time, I think it was phasing out.
Was that actually a thing?
Business, but I don't hear about them anymore. I've never seen the ammo on a shelf anywhere. So, is it still out there?
I don't even think that's the thing anymore. I'm starting to believe that's a myth. I know, it used to be a few departments, but other than that, I don't know. I can't think of anybody that really willingly chose that round. So, it doesn't surprise me.
Because the round was actually, I don't know if invented is the correct term. But I believe it was started by Glock because they wanted something else for the 45 ACP.
Yeah, something similar to 10, but not 10 or something like that. Yeah. They were trying to come up with, which I think 40 did the job of. So I don't 100% know. All I know is it's an oddball, and I'd be damned if I bought one.
Yeah.
My understanding was that they made it to be a proprietary round for their guns. I don't know if other companies didn't catch on, or there was maybe some sort of licensing agreement or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but it was supposed to be for competitive shooting, like sports shooting, like IPSC or IDPA or something like that. It was supposed to, and I thought Glock created their own competitive name. They had like the Glock cup, or I don't know what it was, but they were like trying to invent their own shooting sport and their own caliber to, I think, sell more of their own guns. And I just went on Midway, and it's $46.49 for a 50-round box. So it is available, but yeah, why would anybody bother?
Okay, so they still make it. So
yeah,
all
for the
right.
2 people out there who have it, I
Yeah.
mean, nobody else followed suit. There's other calibers that have been created for whatever reason, that if you couldn't get enough manufacturers to make a firearm in it, right, it just fell to the wayside.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, back to your coffee question. I'm with Defense Dad here. McDonald's large coffee, 3 creams, $1.
Oh, dude, that
McDonald's.
barf.
Wow.
Okay,
Drink some chemicals.
so I like the Colombian roast that they've got at the local gas station. And if I make some Arbuckle's coffee in the morning before I go to work and take a cup with me, I won't run up to the corner gas station to get a cup of their coffee, because it just doesn't taste right after drinking that. There's something about, if you drink, really good coffee, that the other coffee just suddenly doesn't. It takes a while to get your taste back for it, but McDonald's isn't a bad go-to, especially for the price. But blah.
Even gas station coffee. Blah. I mean, half the time it gets dumped before I even get back in my truck. What's the point? Stuff tastes nasty, burnt, old half the time. I don't know. Shoot, I seen a place one time where roaches were literally dropping out of the thing into the guy's cup, and then the guy still bought his coffee. I was like, "You're nuts, man! Like nuts! Like, yeah." I know that's not everywhere. Trust me, I know. But man, gas station coffee, you're brave. I don't even mess with gas station coffee, and I'm the cheap son of a bitch. I just bring a thermos, man. One of them bigger cups.
Anyway, you two, Defense Dad says, bite me. So
I ain't got all day.
Yeah, I've had gas station coffee or truck stop coffee that's been okay, and then I've had other stuff that was just battery acid and yuck.
Yeah. Traveling or stuck at work or something, no choice, one of them unexpected things, I might risk it. Other than that, I'd rather just drive home to get a real cup. Especially with the price of half of them. I mean, sometimes you spend like $3 and change and it tastes like shit. Like, like, that pisses you off. So, like,
I'm laughing. I'm reading the chat here. Defense Dad says, the cheapest son of a bitch on YouTube is dogging my cheap coffee.
You're damn right. Avoid McDonald's, man. There is such thing as being too cheap, okay?
I'm going to send him a McDonald's gift card.
I like that. The cheapest son of a bitch on YouTube.
Outcast, you deserve a break today.
Man, they can't even get a sausage, egg, and cheese right anymore.
Yeah. And they're not cheap.
No. Like, that's one thing I did like from McDonald's, their breakfast sandwich. If I'm up early and for some reason going to do breakfast on the road, then that's an option. But half the times, like, they can't even microwave it enough. The sausage is cold. Like, it's just like, damn. These people got one job.
Could you see him bringing his bag of food back, slamming it down on the counter, pointing at the person behind in the back in the grill area, going, "You had one job."
Yeah, I can see him doing it. Yeah. I can see him. I think there was somebody arrested for doing that. Went back into McDonald's and threw the burger at the person behind the counter.
Yeah, I might do that, but I'm not going to expect another one or try to get another one, because that's just asking for your food to get spit on. Like, oh, hell no.
See, Gizzard Gary here goes, the free stuff in the break room at work is awful, but it's there and free. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably lace, too. That way, if you get injured or something, they got an excuse to fire your ass. You should always avoid free food, especially from an employer.
What is it with this guy?
Hey, man, it's CYA every day.
Yeah. I tell you, you must have. I mean, you must have had a really bad upbringing with all. I mean, with all this negative
I've
Nancy's.
seen a bit.
You know, I'm quite surprised you actually go out and do anything. You know, because you're
Oh, come
afraid
on,
something's going
man.
to
You
happen.
can't live in a bubble. Got to enjoy life. There's landmines everywhere.
I mean, how do you enjoy
keep an
life?
eye out.
How do you enjoy life? Because you're worried about all this other stuff going on.
Oh, I still enjoy it. It's just situational awareness. I keep an eye on what's going on, but and I
I
try
do
to
too.
avoid certain things, certain areas and things if I can, because I know the odds of issues are higher. And yeah, but hey, you got to live life, man. We
Well,
only got this one time.
You need to get out of New York and go somewhere where it's nice. You won't
I know.
realize
I do.
You won't realize how free you are until you leave New York. You know, I didn't realize I wasn't in New York, but I was living in Rhode Island. It was full of New Yorkers anyway. But I didn't realize how my thinking had been warped. When I moved here, I mean, I couldn't believe the freedom I had. You know, it's totally different. You need to get out of New York. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know. It's different other places, but still, even other places, it's a good motto. Basically, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And shit gets rough, you're never too disappointed.
So, is anybody out in the chat? Do they have a 45 gap pistol or anything like that? I'm just curious. None of us have had one. I'm just wondering if somebody's got one sitting in their gun safe and who don't want anybody to know they got one.
It's probably like the ultimate Glock club status symbol.
Oh, I know. Yes, what's his name? I bet you he's got one. G23.
I doubt it.
I bet you he's got to have one. Being the Glock guy he is.
You think he would?
You know? Yeah, defense that I agree with you. If Rob actually leaves New York, he'll be happy-go-lucky and shitting rainbows every day. You know?
I do. Just about every time I do leave. Everybody's so much nicer. People hold the door for you. Like, really? It's amazing. It's not bad. Like, yeah, everybody isn't trying to get you all the time. Yeah, most of the time, but not all the time.
Yeah. So it seems like nobody out in the chat has had a Gap 45 either. You know?
I've never shot one. I don't know anybody who's had one. I'm sure I've seen the ammo on the shelf at some point, but probably not recently. I don't even think I've seen one as a rental at some of the places that are around here.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I didn't. I'm trying to think. No, I've never seen the ammo. That's a lie. There was a gun store in Rhode Island that had it. That's right. He had a couple of boxes on there, on his shelf behind the counter. He said, yes, I remember, because he said I have one guy that has one, a 40, Glock 45 Gap, and and he only carried it for that one customer. You know, oh damn.
That guy bought it by mistake.
You know, so I mean, besides Glock, did any other manufacturer make a 45 Gap? Handgun? Does anybody know?
No, I think that's part of the reason it failed.
Yeah, they say not to my knowledge. I thought it was one of them Glock things that was, put up as, like Squib said earlier, trying to gain more attention for the market, this and that, maybe the sporting aspect. But from what I heard before, it was just pushed through some police departments for some reason. So, which I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe for a distinction of ammo for some reason. I don't know, but but that's about it.
Let me have a look. In my Lee's reloading manual, they actually have 45 gap reloading data here. So, man, I don't even believe he even reloads it. Jesus. Because, I mean, so, at one time, I don't know. Defense Dad, I'm wondering how many people have brought the gun thinking it was 45 ACP and then got a rude awakening.
Yeah, exactly.
That possible. Especially if the guy behind the counter don't know what the hell he's talking about. Or
playing dumb just to sell it.
Yeah, or on some of the back in the day, I mean, some gun. I didn't realize it until I got here in the free states that gun stores put the ammo right out there in the aisles where you're walking up and down. The gun stores I went to in Connecticut and Rhode Island, I'm not saying there wasn't stores that did that, but every one of them, the ammo was always behind the counter. So, but it's unless somebody's walking up and down an aisle and picked up 45 gap thinking they were getting 45 ACP as well on the ammo side. Oh, Rich White. I knew Rich White would have info on this. He has info on everything.
Yes.
Pennsylvania State Police used to carry 45 gap in a Glock pistol.
That's the main thing.
And I just looked on Wikipedia, and it looks like Springfield Armory made an XD in 45 gap, but then they discontinued it. Otherwise, the only other gun I can find reference to is a Glock Model 37, which you can buy at Rural King for $556 when it comes back into stock.
Defense Dad, I was offered a job in a local gun shop last night. Really wanted it, but too much of a pay cut. Yeah. That's, I wouldn't mind doing a part-time job like that.
So I was just going to say, see if maybe ask them about part-time for a little bit, because then at the very least, you still get probably an employee discount and some inside information, so could be a plus.
Yeah, and if the gun store has a range, you might be able to get to use it for free. Yeah, anyway, so also I'll do it around 4:00, but the quiz is back. I'm going to start off doing it every 2 weeks. Why I gather swag. So, I got a real easy question for this week to start with, but with a great prize. I've got a Spartan Arms baseball hat. I don't know if you can see that. Spartan Arms.
That's going to be another John Wayne question.
Nope.
One of these cowboy movie questions. When are you going to ask, an actress's bra size or something? People want to look up.
Besides the hat, there'll be a couple of patches. Well, one patch. And I got some odd stickers. So it's not going to, the prizes aren't going to be as big as they were before because I got to make it last longer. Oh, he did ask about their hour, but the hours didn't work with his regular job. So
that sucks. It would be nice to have it in, especially if you do, doing videos and stuff. You might be able to check out firearms that are there. I mean, that would be perfect for me because I can't share guns here.
So
I
you
can't
only
borrow
want
guns,
it for
so.
you only want it because it won't cost you anything.
Well, yeah, well, it'll cover my gas going. I got a discount. I got an inside track. You're going to learn something. Why not? If I could part-time, I'd probably actually do that. And then I could get my hands on a lot more guns legally for reviews without, well, I don't want to say this wrong, but possibly turning into a shill or selling my soul to do so. So.
Oh, yeah. So.
All right, I'll say this for the record. I have a price. If Glock will meet that price, I will make videos where I am smiling ear to ear going, this is the best motherfucking gun you could ever own, and you should get it in 45 gap, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I got a price as well.
I guarantee you they wouldn't they wouldn't give me 1/1,000,000th of that price either.
Oh, my price. I doubt my price is a lot lower than yours.
I'm telling you what, you'd come over to the Squibload compound in Arizona, and I'd have everybody sitting out back, and I'd be like, reach underneath your chairs. You get a Glock, and you get a Glock, and you get I'd hire sequential pictures
the
out
compound.
of I'd hire sequential pictures out of Louisiana to do all my my footage and editing, all that, have them follow me around with a camera crew and everything else. Oh yeah, it would cost Glock quite a bit of money, but I tell you what, I would shill for Glock. I'd learn to love it.
He'd be eating lunch with the Glock Sport.
Yeah, I'd have to get
cutting his T-bones, that Glock paid T-bone with a Glock knife there too.
Yep, yeah. You'd watch me throw my K-bar tactical spork in the trash going, K-bar, Glock, man. This is, yep.
Yeah. Rich White says Squib would get pistol whipped if he gave me a Glock.
There might be a little envelope with some green stuff in it if you just smile for the camera, Rich.
Yeah.
You gotta put super glue on Rich's seat and then have a pressure switch so when he sits down, it starts singing Vanilla Ice. Starts playing that so he can't get up and run. And he's got a Glock. Oh, it'll be the best day.
Oh, Two Live Moose says his local gun store has a G39 in 45 gap for sale for $620. Jesus Christ, for a Glock.
They come with like 500 rounds or something.
$620 for a Glock with plastic sights. Come on. Oh, that is daylight robbery. It really is. And in a caliber that's expensive and hard to find. That should make the gun dirt cheap, really. But what in the hell do I know? Oh, Defense Dad wants to know, Squib. Defense Dad wants to know what your price is for shilling for, is it Sky? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, but the problem is, though, he'd be like, hey, what do you think about the, Sky? And I'd be like, yeah, I love their vodka, especially the blood orange.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Give Squib one of them black credit cards, unlimited, and it'd be a good start, probably.
Dude, you could see it right now, commercial, right? Your Glock credit card, right? I'm telling you, I could be the spokesperson for the Glock card. I'd be the Glock tard with a Glock card.
Yeah, because I would imagine the Glock card would be just solid black, nothing on it. On the front.
You could build points for free sites.
Big G on it.
Yeah, could have G on it, but that would be about it. Yeah. Oh, Two Live Moose said it was right next to it. To it is a Gen 5 G19 for $529.
That's funny.
All right, Defense Dad's got to go back to work. All right, catch you later. His lunch break's over. So, all right. So there we go. What are you doing? Oh, hey guys, I went
Targets
outside.
earlier.
Was it yesterday? No, or the day before? Well, what was yesterday? Friday? Thursday. It was nice. It was around 70 degrees. I went outside, and I told you I was going to put vegetables in the garden bed out back of my house. Well, I pulled up all the dead weeds and flowers and that were in there, and I pulled them all down, all the vines that had grown all over the wall, and my office here, or my second bedroom, the whole window got covered up last year with vines. I ripped all them down. They're all dead, but they're just hanging on there. So I ripped everything down, getting it. I got a big pile out there. I don't have any. I got to buy some trash bags to put all that shit in to throw it out. I didn't have. Believe it or not, I used my last trash bag actually Thursday morning. And I go out there Thursday afternoon, and I didn't realize I didn't have any. So it's laying there in a big pile. I got to pick it all up, but I pulled it all up. Now I got to get me some gardening tools to turn over the ground. And so, is it still too early to start planting?
Depends what and where. Probably. I mean, just offhand, probably start inside seed cups and stuff. But
no, I ain't going that far.
Yeah, it depends, location and whatnot. So
stick my finger in the dirt, make a hole, drop a seed in it.
I can't speak for your area.
Oh, I tell you what, I did find underneath all that shit. I mean, honestly, some of these plants it was like going into a hedgerow. I knew there was one there, but I found two of those metal cone tomato plant holder things. They were absolutely covered in vines and dead weeds and shit, and there was two of them back there. So I got three now. So, that's it. Make a hole and drop the seed in it, and that's all you got to do. That's all I want to do. See, my main things, I'm going to grow just a couple. I'm only going to plant 2 tomato plants. I only need 1 because I don't eat that many tomatoes. But I'm going to plant 2 just in case one doesn't come on. Then I want to try to grow corn on the cob. And I want to do green beans maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing cucumbers. So that's the kind of stuff I want to grow. Stuff that I'll eat.
Oh, man. You got to plant some money in the ground. Times are getting rough.
Yeah. Hey, Rich, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Not too bad. So, what's new?
Nothing.
Okay. So do you, I know you talked about it, but have you ever shot one or owned a Gap 45 firearm?
I've shot one, never owned one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've shot a Glock, I think it was the 39, and I wasn't too impressed with it. I don't like Glocks to begin with because, with my wrist issues and stuff, they're not comfortable for me to shoot. But the round itself, I wasn't impressed with. It felt like somebody took a 45 ACP and loaded it half strength, and just didn't seem like it was worth the effort.
Okay. So,
So it was weaker than standard 45.
It's a shorter cartridge.
sorry.
Damn.
I was reading the chat. Squib's drinking Coors by the looks of it. Speaking of which, time to pour the first beer of the day. There you go. Well, that's a bit late, around 4 o'clock. You know?
It's a little early. Haven't even eaten dinner yet.
I don't know. Anyway,
Damn alcoholics.
Yeah. I didn't have a salad this week down at the diner there, Rob.
Trying to start a fight, Rick?
No. They had
Why not?
the lunch special Friday was fish and chips. So I took that instead of salad.
Fish and chips,
You know?
huh?
They
Was
even
that fried?
they even had malt vinegar too. You know, so had my fish and chips. Sprinkle. Now, the key to good fish and chips, mind you, they're not as good as they make in England, but the to make them taste better is you put the malt vinegar on first. You sprinkle it on the malt vinegar, then put your salt on afterwards. That way, because if you put your salt on first, the vinegar just washes it off. Yeah.
Gonna make me call Deb, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So. Ozzy said it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Absolutely. So. All right. What's next on my agenda? There was another question I was going to ask. A 45 gap versus the 45 ACP. It was 2003 that came out with it. Huh, okay. There are several reasons behind the 45 gap's creation. Oh man, they're come up with its own story and everything else. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of
All
marketing
paid
hype.
for by Glock.
Yeah.
This is what I mean by some of these calibers or guns or other things that nobody asked for this crap, but they invent it. 30 super carry, because they're trying to make themselves relevant when the customers just want maybe better quality, maybe, fully stocked shelves, maybe bring the price down a little bit, stuff like that. That's going to go a lot further than creating hype. But I mean, all industries do it. Hell, they do it in the auto industry.
Dang it. Was I muted that whole time? I was over on another tab. I didn't notice I was muted. But when I had that up, if you looked at the left side, that was the 45 gap, and on the right side was the 45 ACP. And you could clearly see that the 45 gap was a shorter cartridge than the 45 ACP is. I can see if I can bring that back up real quick now that I'm not muted.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought you were off doing something since you weren't talking.
No, I put the picture up, but no, I was talking. I just didn't realize I was muted because I was looking at a different tab.
Yeah.
So here, let me share that again. But yeah, see on the left, the 45 gap, you can see from that. I mean, they're not sitting right next to each other, but if you look at them, it's clear just by eyeballing it that 45 gap is shorter.
Yeah, yeah. I still don't see the point of it. It was just to sell a Glock to sell a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah. What was that? 2 Live Moo? Malt vinegar is a must with fried fish. You're absolutely right there, 2 Live Moo. Yeah, but that's why I was asking him whatever happened to the 45 gap.
Yeah,
Because I remember people talking about it.
Apparently, this isn't the first cartridge with the name 45 Gap either. When I was searching for this, I found an article from another site that goes back, and they were talking about a Smith & Wesson cartridge with the name 45 Gap that was a revolver cartridge. That obviously didn't take off either.
Huh. Huh. So, well, I don't know. So, have any of you guys bought any new firearms lately?
No, I haven't.
I haven't even shot one yet lately. Not for a couple of weeks now. Though, be honest with you, it comes back to how can I put this? I don't want to shoot my ammo. You know? Because, I mean, it's expensive to buy now still. It's expensive. I say expensive. It's more expensive than it used to be. You know? And before when I reload my own, I don't think of the cost of it. But when I buy a box of it and I shoot it, I'm thinking, damn, I just spent $15. You know, I'm going on with 223 here for a box of 20. You know, so if I shoot two 30-round mags, I've shot almost $50 worth of ammo. You know, and that bothers me. I don't know why. It just does. Or is there something wrong with me?
Oh, we don't have the time for that, Rick.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just don't like the idea of spending $50. You know, they just shoot it. It's not sitting well. Now, if I had two mags of reloads, which more likely, if I looked into it, it cost me about the same, but I don't see it that way. It's all mental.
No, look at it this way, Rick. You're buying the ammo, you're shooting it, and getting reloads out of that as well because you can reuse the brass.
Oh, I save all the brass.
Yeah.
Oh, I got bags and bags of brass sitting over here,
Yeah,
just waiting for.
You get you're buying the brass, but you also get the joy of shooting the round before you have to clean it and reload it. So.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. It's better than just buying plain empty brass. You're buying the stuff that's already loaded, and you can shoot it.
Yeah, I got to buy some bullets too soon. I'm almost out of bullets too. I just noticed. So.
Squibby!
You know, I guess I'm going to have to pull out the plastic.
Yeah,
somebody's drinking Squib coffee there in the background, Rob.
I'm about to say, she sounds like she's a little high on Squib's coffee.
No, she's gonna be pissed because I just killed the last cup.
Yeah, I know this empty bag out there.
Rob
better
needs,
have more coffee.
Rob
I'm working on it.
Well, you ain't working hard enough.
I'm working on it.
You know, not only do you
Asshole.
have to buy her a knife set now, Rob, you also got to buy her coffee, and it's all Squib's fault.
Who got the peppermint stick? That's what I want to know.
I got it. Haven't eaten it yet. I was saving it because I was gonna do a review thing, but now the coffee's gone. So I need more coffee to do a review.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
You know.
Yeah, that whole bag's gone. That bag's gone. And we were sparing with it.
Before.
I know, and I finished like 2 pounds of Folgers too. So we drink coffee like some of you drink beer.
Yeah. You have coffee on all day long, huh?
Pretty much.
I'll drink
fresh rounds though.
Just imagine if everybody drank nothing but coffee all day. Every time they take a drink, it was a cup of coffee. How much coffee would you go through? Because that's what we do pretty much.
Pretty much.
I don't drink coffee or beer, so I mean, it's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't drink coffee. I can't remember the last time I had a cup of coffee, to be quite honest with you. I drink tea all the time. I mean, that's what's in here. Just tea. PG Tips, black tea.
I think the last time
No milk, just a spoonful of sugar.
I think the last time I had a cup of coffee was from the media room at the Great American Outdoor Show. They had good coffee. I'm not big on coffee. I don't generally like coffee, but they had a good cup of coffee there at the media room, and it was free for anybody that had the press pass.
Free's no good. Void free.
Yeah. Free coffee is the way to go. Yeah. Now, normally, the only time I don't drink, I've got a coffee pot, and I've got a tin of Maxwell House unopened that I've had here for about 4 years.
Don't blame you.
Just in case company comes over and they want coffee. Otherwise, I don't drink it in my house.
You're going to give them Maxwell House? You really don't want them to stay, do you?
No. If you want coffee, you drink what I give you. You know?
Yeah, it's bearable, but I think Folgers is better.
Now, you know what I'm saying? I don't drink it, so to me, coffee's coffee. But normally I drink it when I go out to breakfast. I'll normally drink coffee then. But since I moved here, I drink iced tea instead. You know, I'm getting into the country way of life here. You know, iced tea.
That's what I got. I got a cup of iced tea right now.
Yeah. You drink sweet or unsweetened?
No, sweet tea, man. It's got to be sweet tea.
It's got to be sweet tea. It's the only way to go.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to lose weight, so I've been going with the unsweet, and it just doesn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're saying. I've had tea without sugar, and no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you lightly sweeten it, it's better than the sweet tea for you. I love sweet tea, but sugar's like poison to your body. I mean, basically sandblast your veins and whatnot. And, your body's got to spend time working on that instead of other things. Sugar's just really no good. Although I do use sugar, but in moderation. If you can reduce your intake, the better off you are. On sweet tea, coffee, anything.
Well,
the least sugar you can live with is the best.
Hey, I think this is my second week that I haven't had a soda. I drink water. I drink flavor. What I do is I buy the cheapest ass bottled water from the dollar store, pack of 24, and I buy sugar-free grape single things, and I tip them in there, and that's how I drink water. And I'll drink 2 or 3 of those bottles in the evening.
So you poison your water, huh?
Yeah.
Throwing all those chemicals and all that GMO crap in there.
Hey, but there's no sugar.
Yeah, the sugar's probably healthier. Most of that diet stuff, the crap they put in place of the sugar, is worse than the sugar would be.
Just squeeze a lemon into your water. You have lemonade without the sugar. It's actually not bad. Yeah, lemon and water actually is not bad.
Use honey. Throw honey in your tea or something.
You use honey instead of sugar. You could do I've actually seen people that are like working out, trying to lose weight and stuff. They'll use honey and lemon in their water. Basically, make lemonade using honey instead of sugar.
Mm-hmm. And it's a natural antibiotic as well. It's not bad. Like if you start off maybe trying coffee if you're a coffee drinker or something, it's not bad at all. So
just keep your honey.
There is people that'll actually use runny maple syrup as well. People that do their own syrup, I've seen a lot of people do that. They basically supplement it with sugar. It's weird, but it works.
Yeah, keep your honey out of the sunlight. Honey won't go moldy or anything, but it will crystallize in sunlight. So keep it out of the sunlight.
Yeah, honey
Buy
lasts
local
forever.
honey.
Honey lasts forever.
Mm-hmm.
if you
Pretty
store
much.
it correctly. Because I mean, didn't they find a jar of honey in one of those Egyptian tombs?
Yeah, King Tut's tomb.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things that the Egyptians used when they were in their mummification process as a embalming fluid. They would use honey.
Yeah. So
Local honey's better for you due to allergy reasons. If you are somebody that reacts, bad to allergies and stuff, obviously, local bees pollinate locally, so they have the stuff you're used to. So it's
we
just
get
something to
local
keep in mind.
Yeah, when we're going to the one state park here, there's always a stand from the one farm where they're selling their honey. So that's where we get it from, is the local farm.
yeah, Shady Hill Homestead says honey is pure sugar.
Pretty much, but it's better than the granulated. So it's in the end, again, all sugar's bad. But if you got to do it, there's ways to mitigate it to make it better for you.
All right. But back to, I mean, I notice how you always change the subject to you, but I was talking about me not drinking sodas anymore.
It's just health. It's not
around
me.
to you.
Well, I guess you could blame Rob and I both from this case.
Yeah,
we
blame
both are
Rich.
directing you a certain way.
Yeah, so
You get for skipping a salad.
yeah. Oh well. But I quit sodas once before for years, so I done it cold turkey, and I'm doing it again. I can live without soda.
I had a salad last night, but it was on a bun with steak. Does that count?
Yes, to me it does. Hey, I mean,
Only partial credit.
I had a burger. I'm having a burger for dinner tonight. It's going to have lettuce and onion on it. I don't have any tomatoes, but hell, that's salad as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I had a steak sub last night. It had salad on it. It was a steak salad on a bun.
Yeah. Now I tell you what I do have in my fridge that I eat quite often. I make myself cucumber sandwiches. That's eating salad shit.
No, that's eating queen food. You're eating queen food.
Yeah.
He's got the finger sandwiches cut into squares with the crust cut off.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you guys have a different name for it over here? But watercress.
No, they call it watercress.
What?
No, they just call it watercress. I know what you're talking about. They use it in different types of Americanized Chinese food.
Yeah, I mean, you make sandwiches out of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Watercress sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good, wholesome salad, summer food. That's what that is. But no, I eat cucumber sandwiches quite a lot.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was many a time if it was too hot outside, you know what we had for dinner? We had cold cut sandwiches because my mother didn't want to cook because it was too damn hot.
Yeah, I remember those days too. Yeah.
It's a good night also for like fruit salad. Like you don't want to do it too much because it'll give you diarrhea, but like fruit salad, or you could look up something called cucumber salad. People make it differently, but Italian dressing, pepperoni, scallions. It's got a bunch of stuff. Cucumbers, obviously, cheese, good stuff. Stuff like that is great, and it only gets better as it sits in the fridge for a day or two. Oh God, I shouldn't even have said nothing. Now it's got me thinking about that. But it's not necessarily cheap to make, but it's good for you and great on one of those days you don't want to cook.
Yeah, I just had a ham salad sandwich now that I think about it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I said I like salad. I just don't like going I don't like making it. But to me, it's too much work. Cutting everything up, putting it in a bowl, mixing it all up and stuff like that. That's just way too much work. Now, you can buy the salads already made at the grocery store, but you pay a hell of a lot more for it.
Yeah, it's not too bad, though. You can get those bags, not they're not too bad. And for you could probably get 2-3 salads out of it. Yeah. Eat it consecutively for a couple days for lunch or a snack here or there. One meal a day, make a salad.
Yeah. What my wife will do is she'll get the bagged lettuce that's already like cut up and stuff, and she'll make salad, a big salad, and then she'll put it in mason jars and stick the mason jars in the fridge and she'll put like the dressing right on top, but the dressing doesn't soak down to the salad until you shake the jar up. And we'll eat those for like lunch and stuff during the week.
That's a weird way of doing it, but that works.
Well,
yeah, that's what I was saying.
One of her coworkers showed her to do that because that's what she does for her lunches every day at work. She'll make herself a salad, and the way the ball jar works, the salad dressing basically is suctioned at the top until you crack that jar open or you shake it, so it doesn't soak down in and get your veggies all squishy and nasty and whatnot before you decide you want to eat it.
So, are you sealing the jar?
Yeah, you seal the jar when you.
Yeah, but
you
I
fill
thought
it
you sealed those
jar.
jars by putting them in hot water.
No, you can. They have the ones with the plastic lid now, where once you seal it the first time, it self seals itself.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. But yeah, I do. I mean, I'll buy the bags of salad like at Walmart. And then, normally, because like when I have a hamburger or something, I like a lot of my, even if I make a bologna sandwich, I'll slice onion up to put on it. So I always have onions. So normally, as I'll buy that lettuce and I'll get an onion. If I have tomato, I'll chop it up and throw it in there. Just make a quick salad that way. I don't do anything special, but I do love Italian dressing, though.
Well, I'll be right back. I'm going to see if I can find one of her jars and show you what I'm talking about.
All right.
Yeah, I love Italian dressing too. It's good stuff.
Yeah, but it's
not
good
that
for you
shit
either.
in a bottle though. Like the stuff you make yourself at home, that's good stuff. Oh man, that bottle stuff.
When
Like,
do you
it's all right the first time, but when you throw it in the fridge, it turns into
tell me
gel.
you're always working. So when do you have time to do all this shit?
That only takes a minute. If you got time to make a salad, you got time to make the dressing. And when you're done with that, you can throw it in the fridge and it doesn't turn to gel like that other shit. Wishbone, Italian, and all those, they turn like to gel the first time you throw it back in the fridge. I don't know what the hell, what the deal with that is. Yeah, but why is it turn to gel? The shit I make don't turn to gel. I don't.
Because you're more likely you don't have the preservatives in it.
It's all that extra crap. See.
But that one will last longer.
That's all right. I prefer fresh. And we eat salads regularly, so I can make one of those with my own dressing for steak. Sometimes you use like a garlic one. It's still like an Italian base, but it's garlic cheese and stuff. That's good too. Garlic herb, but I can just throw it in the fridge or even leave it out since it's Italian, and then tomorrow you can use it again.
Oh, okay.
I found one of her jars, and I can't turn my camera on. Why can't I turn my camera on?
I don't know.
I don't either. This is. Where did they move the settings to?
Squib's scared of salad. He's anti-salad guy over here, so he's so quiet.
He must be drinking beer.
Salad goes bad before he can pay it off with his credit card, so he don't want nothing to do with it.
You guys aren't talking about anything interesting. I'm too busy making notes for a video.
Oh, okay. All right. I read your chat just there, New York. Me wearing a crown.
Well, yeah. In here, you got a crown. There's a crown in the box, and then it says Rick's Light. And no mac and cheese. You still hail the queen. I don't know, man. I'm thinking you're working for the Brits now, and the crown's just a little code.
Yeah. So I don't know. There was something the other day somebody said they liked. Where was I at? It was down in the diner. There was something, and I'm thinking to myself, oh God, I ain't gonna eat that. But it was some American dish. I can't remember what in the hell it was. But how do you eat mac and cheese? It just, Oh, we lost Rich.
Streaming is on.
He's back.
Yeah, I was just refreshing to see if that did it because I can't. Or now I can click on settings. So let me see. It says none for camera. What the hell? Did I turn my camera off and not realize it?
Maybe.
Well, it's got
Maybe
this
you
dot on it.
switched it off in your panic when you realized you were muted. Hit the wrong button.
No. Because it's not even there. The button's not even there. I'm talking about on the computer somehow. Did I turn my camera off? Trying to remember where the hell I got it plugged in because I got a bunch of shit plugged in different places.
Figure your crap out yet? Come on, man.
Oh, hush, Rob.
My goodness. You're a rich white guy. How do you not know how to use your damn phone?
It works on StreamYard.
You got your fans only. You shake your ass on there. You got no problems with your phone with that.
This is Night Strike's fault.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me try now. There we go. I got it. I had to unplug the camera and plug it back in.
Well, there you go. I'll put that down to your computer.
Yeah, it's still Night Strike's fault. It's his software.
You got like a Lego phone?
See, here's the type of jar I'm talking about. What you do
Okay,
is
yeah.
you fill up to here with your salad stuff, and then put your dressing in the top. I think it's got to be one of the creamy type dressings. I don't think it works with Italian, but like with ranch or French or Thousand Island, something like that. And then the jar, it's got the way it's made. It seals itself enough when you tighten that lid down to where it doesn't leak and stuff. And then you just shake it up in the jar like that. And when you do the lettuce and stuff, and the dressing gets all in there, and then you just dump it into your bowl, or you can eat it right out of the jar.
How does it remove the air? Like you say, it seals itself, but how does it?
I'm not sure, but it's when you close, it seals it to where it doesn't leak. I know that much. But this will keep your lettuce and stuff fresh in the refrigerator for over a week. I mean, I think the longest we had one sitting in there before anybody ate it was like 10 days. So it's like a week and a half.
Have you tried this with like real fruit? Like, well, first off, do you buy your lettuce at Walmart, or do you shop like regular stores?
No, she gets it from like farmers markets and stuff.
Okay, and it lasts a week.
Yeah, it'll last.
That's
in the
pretty
jar
good.
as a salad for a week. Yeah.
I've seen some weird mystery stuff from Walmart that just don't go bad. I don't know what the deal is, but
no, that ain't this.
Don't recommend eating that shit.
It seems. I tell you what, you sure are prejudiced against poor people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm poor too. What are you talking about? But you still got standard shit.
No, I mean this stuff. That's your paycheck to paycheck kind of people eat that stuff at Walmart because it's all they can afford.
I'm like job to job, not much different.
Yeah, you say so.
Yeah, she likes going to like farmers markets or the little stands that the farmers will set up along the roads and stuff. Because even in winter, we'll have people on the side of the road selling like produce and stuff because they all have like greenhouses and stuff.
Yeah, fresh is good. I mean, yeah, it's just the way it is. And local stuff, anything out of the garden tastes better than what you're going to get at the store.
They sell it less than what you would pay at Walmart for a head of lettuce.
A lot of times they do. Yeah, we've scored on green beans. Like I can eat those like a snack, just raw out the bag.
So you go to farmers markets and stuff up there, Rob?
We do in the summer. We don't all the time because they're not around all the time. But yeah, we'll do that in the summer. Swing through farmers markets. Do like berry picking. Although last year they had all that pretty much shut down, which was shocking because you're out walking through a damn orchard. So, but I don't know. So yeah, and they screw up. You know, they tell you can try some. You know, find the color you like, all this, and they encourage you to eat some. Man, they always mess up because they weigh my basket and they never weigh me. But I'm telling you, I ate like 5 pounds while I was out there. They're like, oh my goodness, my teeth are purple. It's amazing. So I love berries. You can freeze them, throw them in pancakes, make muffins. Like, man, shit, it makes me upset because it's way better of a deal than at the store. I mean, you know, they're not cheap, but they're better than the store cost.
All right. Hey, how far are you from Ithaca?
Not too far.
Because they have a market.
Yeah. You go up around that ways to hike sometimes.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy I watch on YouTube. He has a stall there. He he sells his stall. He sells organic meat or whatever's, you know, pasture raised pigs and beef and shit, chickens.
Well, that has my interest. What's the channel name or something?
Hang on. What is that? He's a bit boring to listen to, actually, but I just like watching his channel. He's called Just a Few Acres Farm. And that's the name of his stall, too, inside it. He's actually got a permanent stall inside Ithaca Market.
Now we know why Rick wanted to get the trailer and have his own little farm and everything. He's been watching this guy too much, rubbing off on him.
I watch a lot of shows like that. I watched one today. He just finished rebuilding his Farmall 1950s tractor. Stripped it right down to nuts and bolts, cleaned it, painted it, and put it all back together.
Yeah, my wife's outside right now getting her garden, starting to get her garden ready.
Yeah, well, as I said, I've started on mine. So
she's gonna do like strawberries and tomatoes and some other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try tomatoes, corn. I like maybe cucumbers. But you know what always scares me? Not scares me, but bothers me is like if I'm in there, because cucumbers normally grow on the ground, right? If you let them go that way, is digging through them trying to find your cucumbers, and there's a snake in there cooling off.
Keep your area somewhat clean. It ain't that bad. They lay on the ground in a sense, and he should try to bat them if he can a little bit, so they don't end up getting all yellow and funky on the one side.
The snakes,
without hurting the stock.
You know, I mean, some animals bother me, but snakes I cannot stand. I don't care if they're non-poisonous. I don't give a shit. I just don't like them.
The nice thing about strawberries is if you take care of them right, they'll come back every year like a rose bush.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, because they're in the rose family. They are a type of rose. A lot of people don't know that. Strawberries aren't really a berry. They are a type of rose.
I mean, because also I think they're produced better. If you take care of them, prune them, and shit like that.
Yeah, just like any flowering plant.
Yeah. So I said that's so I'm getting there. I'm starting. I still got my eyes out for but the price. I mean, I never found anything last year, but now the price of land right now is absolutely outrageous, even around here. So,
The price of everything's outrageous right now.
Yeah. But I haven't given up on that yet. I'm still,
Hey, there's some good deals on firearms displays.
Yes, I know. At rnldisplays.com. You got your like the one hanging on. I got the wall mount, the one behind me. See there with the AR-15 on it. You can get ones that are Glock mag compatible. So you can put your that's the word I'm looking for. Well, you barbecuing now? So anyway,
Yep, on my
if you go to rnldisplays.com, and not only does he have the AR-15 sort of the rifle stands, he now also has pistol stands as well. So,
and AK.
You got AK now?
Yes.
All
AK
right.
stands are available.
There you go. AK stands are available at rnldisplays.com. So once you finish purchasing everything you want, and on your checkout on the way out, type in for your code, type in Rick's Life, and get 15% off your total order. So there you go. That's what you need to do. And I get nothing out of that. I just do it because I'm that kind of guy. Yeah.
Well, it gives me a warm feeling when you do it.
Yeah.
So you get that out of it.
Yes. Oh, damn, it's gone 4:00. My quiz. The quiz is back. I don't know how many people are listening because nobody's typed anything for about a half hour. All right. This is the prize. Be you're going to get a patch and maybe a sticker or two. But the main prize is this Spartan Arms hat. So, and you've got until, let's see, today's the 19th. So I will pick the winner on the 2nd of April. Yeah, that's 2 weeks from today. So now, for the first quiz, I have gone to real easy question. Everybody should get this. This is a mail email question. So that's how I want the answer. Now, I Googled this. So in case you guys think I'm wrong, I'm going with what they told me. The question is, this is where it's real easy. What is the number one gun in the world? I.e., I guess best way to say it, the best-selling gun in the world. Email me at rickslife, as I see it, at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it into me by the 2nd of April and a chance to win the prize.
Yeah, Rick's been paid off.
So I'm going now. I said I Googled it, so I'm going with their answer. It might not be what you think it is, but I'm just letting you know. I want to know what is the number one gun in the world. That's what I typed in, and I got it came up with an answer. So,
Wait, what was your definition of number one?
sold.
Sold, not manufactured.
What's the difference?
There's lots of guns that are manufactured that nobody sold.
Yeah, if you go manufactured, the most manufactured weapon in the world will be, well, I can't say because that might be your answer.
Okay, hang on. Where is it said here? I guess it'd be manufactured because the answer here it says being produced, with most still in circulation. So is that manufactured and sold?
That would just be manufactured.
The answer that I think it is to accurately answer that question, some of those were manufactured and not actually sold to anybody.
Or they were sold by a government to another country.
I'm just saying.
Or made in a town square in Afghanistan.
Hey, you just
Or
had.
attempted to be
Hey,
made in
write your
South
answer and send it in.
Yeah. The Khyber Pass, if it's the one I think of, has come up with their own interesting modifications of this weapon.
Anyway, so email me at rickslife@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. So there we go. Did you hear that, Rob? The question?
Yeah, but I'm coming up with all types of answers.
Okay.
So I don't think I'm gonna help. Yeah, I ain't gonna be no luck in this one.
Yeah. All right. So.
Yeah, but I think Squib and I are on the same page as what our initial thoughts as to what this is are.
Yeah. So anyway, there we go. I told you it was going to be an easy one. So easy to me anyway, because I typed it in. That's the answer it gave me. That's my. I mean, I'm saying that I could be totally wrong. I'm just doing what I read on Google, and Google wouldn't lie to me. Yeah.
Want a bit?
Yeah. Mind you, I tell you what, the governor is still sitting on the constitutional carry bill. It's on his desk. He's gotten to Tuesday to either sign it, veto it, or let it go. If he doesn't sign it by Tuesday, then it automatically becomes law because he just left it. So we do, if they vote the same, if he vetoes it, and everybody voted the same way as they did when they passed it, they have enough votes. The way I read it, I could be wrong, that they have enough votes, the House and the Senate, to override the veto. If everybody voted like they did when they passed the bill. So whether they do that or not is another question. But that's where we're at. So, in some ways I hope they get it, because we shouldn't have to have a piece of paper to carry a firearm. And all the other 23 states now, I believe, have got it. And they haven't turned into bloodbaths. You're a constitutional carry in West Virginia there, aren't you, Rich?
Yep.
Have you guys turned into a bloodbath?
Not that I've seen.
Yeah. So,
No, our crime rate's actually gone down.
Yeah.
You have to ask his security.
Yeah, like I can afford that.
Well, I mean, I noticed that's the second time in this conversation today that you've mentioned, like Rich, being a rich guy.
No, he's just projecting.
It's all in the name.
Yeah, that's all it's in is the name.
Yeah. So.
Come on, man. He's got all these guns. He's sitting around in his fancy $3,000 chair.
Okay.
It vibrates. Thing's got a toilet. It's got a freaking fridge. The guy don't ever have to move.
Man, I wish it was all that.
He's got a chauffeur that wears lingerie, I may add. I mean, what am I supposed to think about this guy? And look at the name. I mean,
chauffeur, yeah. The chauffeur's called a wife, Rob.
Ozzy just said,
Rob, you better get ready to send flowers. I think you just offended her.
Oh, shit.
You better
I was just joking.
Send
for
some of
her.
that. Send some of that expensive coffee.
Oh, she'll drink it. She loves coffee.
There you go. Ozzy just said, left rural, King. My C camp is in. Did the paperwork. Now I wait 3 days. Where you live at, well, you have to wait 3 days. You know? Mind you, we used to have a 7-day waiting period in Rhode Island. Unless you had a CCW.
When you publicly bite the heads off in bats, 3 days isn't a bad idea.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, she'll gladly take some of that coffee there, Rob.
I have to get some first, hopefully. Hint, hint.
I'm working on it.
Just go to the website and order it.
Yeah, he'd have to use a credit card, and that's something that he's against.
You know
I ain't got
darn
that
well
kind of
Rob
money.
don't have no credit card. Come on.
Yeah, what are you, crazy?
I'd send some to Rich, but he moved, so I don't know his address anymore.
Oh,
so.
I can give you that. That's not hard.
Whoa. No, send it to me. He's rich.
If you don't want to use your credit
Only
card,
me.
then you do a bank transfer.
I strongly suggest against that.
I do too, but I'm just saying we don't want to use a credit card.
Then you got to have a bank account.
You know,
So yeah, he doesn't
a
even have a
credit
bank
card. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen because it's happened to me.
Walmart prepaid credit card. There you go.
That's what I use now because I got zapped years and years ago on the internet. Somebody
Use
got
a
hold of my number.
prepaid credit card.
Oh
What?
yeah, they got credit card where you put
Yeah.
the money on that you need.
You pay a fee to activate it, and then you pay a fee every transaction. Screw that.
Well,
No, I don't
that-
pay.
It depends.
I don't pay a fee to
Yeah. There's ones where you don't have to pay a fee.
yeah.
You pay like a little bit to charge it, but there's no fee to actually use it or anything.
Yeah. I've had one. I mean, ever since I got zapped on the internet, I've gone to a prepaid one. That way, if it goes over what I got in there, they ain't gonna let it go through.
Or just go to an event that doesn't take cash, because a lot of those places now, and there are more events that aren't taking cash. They'll have a machine there that you go and you put the cash in, and it puts the amount onto one of those prepaid cards, and you can use it anywhere,
Yeah.
just like you would a regular credit card. And that doesn't cost you anything. Those machines don't cost you a penny.
Okay. Ozzy lives up in Illinois. Well, that explains a lot too.
Yeah, we had to do it at the Great American Outdoor Show because we took a bunch of cash with us. We didn't really have. She took all the money out of the bank and carried it in cash, which bit us in the ass because we couldn't put it back because the bank we use it's not a bank, it's a credit union. They don't have a branch up in Harrisburg, so we had to put all the cash that we wanted to spend on the card while we were there.
Yeah.
I always take cash on trips.
So,
Cash and then extra cash. Because, anything happens 2 a.m. in between areas, like, people will help you for cash. Damn credit cards. Oh, hell no. Nobody says no to cash. I don't know. Everybody bitches, but nobody's ever told me no with cash. Most people are happy or even give me a deal when I use cash. So I don't know. It's those damn, cards, and they swipe them and they don't work, and then they're doing this, they're doing that. They're like, it's a damn pain in the ass. Sometimes it's almost as bad as a lottery. Like, get the hell out of the way. I just want to pay for gas and go.
The only reason you want to use cash and everybody else you deal with uses cash because you're a fucking bunch of crooks.
No, I just like my privacy. It ain't nobody's business. So. Yeah, that's what people say, but that feeds the other side. You're feeding into the system.
I reckon you got mob connections.
They ever hit a switch, all your stuff is tied up, gone. You got caps on how much you can pull out.
Rob's buying shingles off the mob.
Why does he need to pull that much out in a day? What's he buying? It ain't coffee.
Doesn't matter. You know what? Maybe I had my life prepared in a way if I needed to disappear, I could. Maybe I like it that way. But you can't do that if you're in the system in every aspect, depending on other people.
Rob's up to something underhanded here.
No, actually, it could be actually very well perceived the opposite.
You know.
I got suspicions of you only dealing in cash.
Mm-hmm.
Cash is king, baby.
Not here, it isn't.
Not here, it ain't.
Not here, it ain't.
Yeah, maybe for you guys, I don't know, but cash works for me. I, bought my cars with cash. I buy everything I buy with cash.
Why is a debit card bad, Squib?
Because a debit card isn't protected against theft.
Yeah.
It's tied directly to your bank account. If somebody wanted to clean out your bank account, it's a lot easier to do with a debit card. Good luck getting that money back, dude.
That's why you do it through a credit union and not a bank. We've had an issue where somebody got, I think it's my wife's debit card, and they took some money out of my wife's account, but the credit union put it right back in again with the insurance on it. Banks, might not have the same protection.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
it's got to be a New York mentality, because even Kevin from New York said cash is king. Is that New York
It's a bunch
mentality?
of thugs, you know.
Cash is
right.
king, man.
The mafia.
Tell you, you go
know?
buy something and offer cash, and people get happy. Especially if you're not at the store, you're person to person.
You know why
people
that
are
is?
happy. Nobody wants to check.
The reason that is because in New York, everything's so goddamn expensive. The taxes so high. You offer somebody cash, they're going to take it and they're not going to declare it on their income.
Yeah, that's part of it. Also, nobody uses checks anymore, except maybe somebody's grandpa. So checks are worse than cash. But the thing is, why are you buying stuff from a person instead of a business? Right? If everything's all cash, person to person, it's like some sort of third world barter system.
I don't know. I buy all types of things from cars, 4-wheelers. I've bought tons of things from other parties, tools. Depends where the deal is. I don't. The store isn't always your best deal sometimes.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No.
Now we
you
know.
think so?
Out of the trunk of somebody's car.
Yep. How do I know this isn't stolen? You don't. But hey, we're using cash, so nobody can trace it.
Yeah. I wonder if any of your firearms have come out of a trunk of a car.
All both of them.
Like, see, you guys make me feel bad. Like it's people like you. You're supposed to just keep a little pocket money. Like, you ever see that little snot-nosed kid where the parents are just ignoring him in the store, and he's got the little squirt gun begging his parents, and they're like, no. You just throw the kid $1 or $2. It makes his day. You're supporting 2A, and you're a hero because you had $1 or $2 in your pocket. I don't know what's wrong with you. What are you supposed to do? Be like, oh, I'm a stuck-up asshole. I can't do it with my card. I mean, come on, man.
You got
those
those times
you don't
where
carry
somebody...
cash on you. Jeez, I carry money on me. It's just a lot of big purchases and stuff. And,
Yeah, I carry cash on me.
Not carrying that much money on me. Good Lord.
Yeah, but I don't. 2 Live.
You guys see that kid and he's behaving. He's not a little prick. You should hook him up.
Yeah.
I don't pay for other people's kids. That's why I don't buy Girl Scout cookies.
Everybody just did a little. The world would be a better place.
Working, and I said no, and they threw a temper tantrum. They got a spanking. So I'm, just saying.
Oh, I didn't say bad. I said ignored, neglected kid. That's being decent. Mom tells him to put it back, and he doesn't argue. He just goes and puts it back and looks all sad. That's the kid you buy the gun for. I'm telling you guys, just these little things, man, changes people's worlds, and especially with guns, starting them young.
Doing buying somebody else's kid some candy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you don't take the credit or whatever. You either buy it at the register or just hand the kid money and roll. You guys are horrible, man. It's like Rick. He should have every kid in the neighborhood cleaning his car, cleaning out the garage, all this shit for him for chump change. They'd be happy to help.
Man. Next thing you know, go and hand that kid some money. The parent sees that kid with the money. Like, where'd you steal that money from? That guy over there gave it to me. Next thing you know, then the mother's coming up getting in your face. Bitching at you.
See,
because
you're
you
feeding
hurt
into
their
the
money.
bullshit again.
Or
You're
she's-
feeding into
dude,
this is why the world
this
goes to
today-
shit and everybody hates
or
each
she's
other.
calling the
'cause
cops on your ass. 'Cause
Everybody's
you're
scared to
child
do
molester or
something.
some
No,
shit.
it's just,
That's why
Oh,
he's got to
it
be
is
able to
today.
leave at a moment's notice.
yeah, it's just the way it is today, man. And honestly, I've
and you
seen
guys
it
call
happen
me
where
negative.
I have
You
seen
cover
it
your
happen.
ass, but there's ways of doing things like that. Those little things, man, they make a big difference. Like,
I'm not saying it
I
doesn't,
don't
but
get robbed because I hook the kids in the neighborhood up.
all I'm saying is you got to be careful these days because you might think you're doing something good. Next thing you know, somebody's getting in your
Oh, I
face
know.
and
It's
bitching
all
at you
about
it.
how it's done, and you don't do it
Mhm.
all the time. It's just, every once in a while.
You hook the kids up in your neighborhood. That's why you don't get robbed. That is called protection money.
No, they don't. They don't rob him. They launch fireworks at his car.
You know.
Hey, man, there's ways of doing things, all right?
Yeah. So anyway, Two Live Moo agrees with you. He goes. He was quoted $2,500 to remove 4 trees. He offered $1,500 cash, and they took it. That's because the $1,500 was going in their pocket. $2,500 they have to run it through the business system.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's what it is there. Because they had the credit card.
Also,
fees and
you
everything.
just told
Guess who had an extra grand for a gun?
You just
Oh,
told
man.
4 guys that you don't know riding around in some 20-year-old pickup truck that you keep at least $1,500 in cash in the house at all times. Good job.
So, good luck.
You know.
What are
But
you
if you were
scared,
paying
Squib?
attention-
You scared? That's why you don't carry cash? You
hell,
scared
the
you're gonna
time
get
it
your
takes-
ass whooped when you
No,
go to
see,
pay for a
No,
candy
there's
bar?
there's nothing to take me for.
Yeah.
What are they going to take my credit cards? They're all protected. You're not going to get very far.
That's what it is. You're
You know, when
scared.
you
You
got
don't
the
want
person
nothing.
saying,
Rob
when you get the person
pays
saying,
protection money.
Shit, I'll fight you for my cheeseburger. Shit.
Yeah.
Rob's
Yeah.
the guy that he would have got that cheeseburger that Ghost Tactical got that they forgot the burger, went back there and punched the cashier at McDonald's in the nose for not putting his burger on the bun.
Well, it's a principle. This is my $20, whatever the question is. Hell no, you don't just go around giving shit to people. Even if you get your ass beat and they take it, you at least stand up. You fight for it. You don't just hand them your shit.
You guys saw that video that Ghost did a while back, right? Where when he went through the McDonald's drive-through, he pulls his burger out, opens it up. It's a slice of cheese melted on the bun. They didn't put a burger on it.
That would piss me off. That really would.
How the hell do you make a cheeseburger and forget the burger?
Well, that's the kind of idiots McDonald's hire.
Truth come out about Squid. That's why he's scared to go to some of these rallies, scared to come over to my house. Afraid he's gonna get beat up.
Yeah.
some people are willing to drive 14 hours one way, and some people aren't even willing to drive 4.
Yeah. So.
I've had people say, "Hey man, do you have change for a 10, change for a 20?" No, because I don't carry cash. I always think they're up to something when they want change. I seriously do. And here's the thing. Really what they're doing is they're buying an overpriced bottle of pop out of the vending machine, right? Which, by the way, takes credit cards. So what do you need cash for? Right? Or you got somebody going, "Hey man, do you got any spare change, or could you loan me $1 or anything? Or, can I just get some money for gas just to get to the next," what is like, I got a credit card. I don't carry cash. I all the time. Well, I don't say all. It's not like every day, but it happens enough. It happens enough where somebody is doing something where they're asking you for cash. If you don't carry cash, you ain't got none to give.
Plus, also, they say, can you change a 10 or 20, and you pull out your roll of money.
Mm-hmm. Your big fat roll of New York Outcast. I buy candy for kids money. Yeah.
Hey,
the next
you
thing
don't
you know,
just hand money out to everybody that asks for it. And if you do, there's ways of doing stuff like that.
And let me tell you, if I had the tree service come over and they said $2,500 to remove the tree, and I said, hold on a minute, and came back from inside the house with $1,500 in cash and said, will you do it for this? I just told them, hey, come back and rob me because I keep at least $1,500. Some of these people will rob a house for that little bit of money. That small amount of money they'll risk going to jail. It ain't scared. It's smart and stupid.
Scared. So $1,500, that ain't shit. That ain't nothing. Like, you know, somebody wants to risk their life for that, they're freaking junkie. Let them.
Yeah,
I don't have those issues, man. I use cash all the time. I don't have those issues.
yeah, there's no vending machines around here to take credit cards. I've seen them in other places, but there's none here.
Yeah,
they're all
mind you
over
though,
here.
Yeah, we got ones that
You
don't
know
take
who robs
orders.
me?
why Rob doesn't have those problems around where he lives, and he gives dollar bills out to the kids, because Rob is the kingpin of the neighborhood.
Yeah, that's probably the truth about it.
There's a RC machine outside the Walmart that still only takes quarters. It's 50 cents a can.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah.
You see somebody, somebody in the parking lot says, "Hey, can you help me out? You know, I just need a few dollars for a meal." And they open up their wallet, and they got all these hundreds in there, and a gust of wind comes by, and it just goes blowing down the parking lot. That doesn't happen with
they're
credit
like
cards.
a bunch of kids scared to lose your house key or something. Come on, man. Man up, man up.
Set your wallet down on the counter by mistake. You make it 15 miles down the road before you realize. You come back. You know, it's still there because it's full of your ID and credit cards. There's no cash in it. Nobody wants it because what are they going to do with it?
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, I carry a little bit of cash. I don't carry a large sum. If I need to get more out of the ATM, I'll just go to the ATM and get it out.
Yeah. I reckon.
What if the ATM don't work? What if there's a storm? What if the government cracks down, or they call you a terrorist because you got an American flag and you know you didn't vote for somebody?
Unless I'm going somewhere like when we went to DC or when we went to Harrisburg, I don't carry over $100 on me.
Suddenly, in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, the government says turn off all ATMs, and there's a guy in a secret room somewhere in Northern Virginia in some government building, and he just puts a key in a switch and turns it to the right, and suddenly all the ATMs don't work.
Dude, it's happened before. It's happened all over the place. They've even taken shit out of people's deposit boxes in the U.S. I mean, there's like banks are the worst. Credit unions, you're better off, but you're actually, what do they term you? An unsecured lender at this point. So if there's any actual emergency, they can seize all your shit if they want to. Like, that's public knowledge. Will they? Probably not likely, but they could. And you end up on the shit list. You bet your ass they could.
Yeah. See, if you're worried that you're going to get labeled a criminal and they're going to freeze your
I'm a
assets,
patriot. Look how things are going. Of course, I'm going to be a criminal at some point.
Yeah, okay, Rick, you were right. He really isn't going to know what to do when he gets out of that place, if he gets out of that place.
I tell you, he's not. I mean, he's gotten to that mindset now. He's been in it
too long. It's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle.
He's been in it too long.
But the government actually sanctioned some of this years ago, so you can blame part of that on that.
Actually, you've been in that system too long. And personally, I feel that deep down, you're never going to leave New York.
He's got that New York state of mind.
Yeah, you know. I don't think you're
take Outcast out of New York.
You know,
you can't take the New York out of Outcast.
You know. So. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wind this up. My cats are circling. It's dinner time. I'm getting hungry.
They circling like the sharks.
Yeah, they actually do. They're walking in and out of the room is what they're doing. Then they'll walk around my chair, under my desk, and back around again. You know? And the mean one keeps trying to make a swipe at my leg as he goes by. You know, to let me know he's there. You know? So. All right. Rob, you got any plugs or shout-outs?
Yeah, G23 is going to be doing his show a little later. So if you're looking for more, check that out.
Ask him he's got a Gap 23. I mean, he does a Gap 45.
Yeah, he does 40 Smith & Wesson. Come on, you know him.
I'm sure he doesn't, but, okay, I can ask him. Other than that, obviously, the rich white guy, if you're in the ass smacking in spandex. He's got some wrestling stuff coming up. Squib Load, if you need a good screaming at, check his channel out. If you want to save money, grow your hair back, get chased by ladies, check my channel out. Buy a display, R&L displays. The stories I hear from people, it's amazing. I'm so glad it helps them. Got plenty of displays left. Your firearms will be happy. You don't have to worry about violence, none of this stuff. Treat them right. Other than that, basically, have a great evening and eat a salad.
All right. Rich, you got anything?
Yeah, eat a salad out of a jar. Get yourself some of the ball jars with the white plastic lids. Make yourself a salad in that. Pack up,
Sure,
put
you
a
weren't a
couple of these in
Marine.
the fridge over the course of the week, and you can have yourself a salad every day. You only have to make them up once a week, and boom, you got lunch.
Yeah.
So, Rob already plugged my show for tonight, but
Yep. Yep. All right. Squib, you got anything?
Yeah, I'm glad the show's over. I gotta go shoot some videos. Yeah, buy a display because Rob's finally got a little variety out there. Go check out his website. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah, because R&L Displays now has a. Does the AK stand come with the wall mount too?
Yes, just like the AR, you get the base with the felt pad, name tapes. Let's see, hardware for the wall mount. And unlike the ARs, with the AKs, you can also mismatch your mag with your base. So if you would prefer to have the, any of the wood finish bases with a black mag, that's an option now, or vice versa for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Rob. He's kind of all woke on us over here. His displays are all about diversity now.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, I figure some people, mags are typically black or, Bakelite with AKs in a sense. So
Yeah, right.
maybe you wouldn't like the, the mag being a different color. So there's that option. Or maybe you would.
Man, you can't find Bakelite magazines anymore.
You can find some that mimic it.
Yeah,
The original ones are collectors. They're collectors items. Yeah, they're.
Yeah.
But now you can find them. You just got to know where to look.
Yeah, and they're gonna cost you an arm and a leg for them too now.
Yeah, but that's why they make some of the plastic mags that look sort of like it to so you can have the look without the expense.
Yeah, or the brittle, because that's the thing with Bakelite magazines. They get brittle over time. So when you are buying them, you gotta be careful and know what you're getting.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, guys, I appreciate everybody in the chat for being here, sticking with me for the last hour and 45 minutes. It's been fun. I really do appreciate it. And I'll be back on Wednesday at 7 p.m. So I will see you all then. So everybody have a good afternoon. There you go. Goodbye, Sabrina.
Bye-bye.
Eat a salad. Use cash.